Welcome back to another series of word problems of application of derivatives. Children, this question has come in your board examination in 2011 and 2014. So it is quite important from board point of view. Let's see this question, children, now. Show that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of the maximum volume. We are talking about volume, so I will be writing 1 by 3 pi r square h, which is the formula for volume of the cone. We are talking about a cone, so let's draw a diagram. So say this is your diagram, this is your height, this is your radius, this is your slant height and semi-vertical angle. So let this be your semi-vertical angle. You need to show that the semi-vertical angle of given slant height, say which is L, is tan inverse root 2 or cos inverse 1 by root 3. Now children, I told you whenever you are maximize the thing, you need to change this expression into single variable. So here what is your r? This is your r. In this question we are just talking about volume and not the surface area or anything else. So what we need to do, here we are getting a right angle triangle, so I can use my trigonometry to find out the value of r and the value of h. So from here, let's say r will be what? This is your theta. So this will be your perpendicular. Perpendicular by hypotenuse will give you sine alpha. That means your value of r will be sine alpha. And say this is your h. H you need to convert. So h by L, that means base by hypotenuse is equal to cos alpha. So h will be equal to L cos alpha. We will be substituting these two values over here. So this will be 1 by 3 r square into cos alpha, which gives me 1 by 3 pi L cube sine square alpha into cos alpha. Now these things are constant. So I am writing it in the bracket, say, and here if I want to find out my critical point, then I need to calculate not the critical point. Here I need to differentiate it. So 1 by 3 L cube is constant and here u into v will be applied. So this will be 2 into sine alpha into cos alpha. So it will be cos square alpha. Now again this sine square alpha is as it is. Differentiation of cos alpha is minus sine alpha. So I am writing this as minus sine alpha. So here I am getting it as 1 by 3 pi L cube. I can take out sine alpha common. So I will get it as 2 cos square alpha minus sine square alpha. Now to get the critical points, I need to equate it to 0. So equate it to 0, this complete thing will go this side, it will become 0. So I will be getting it as 2 cos square alpha equal to sine square alpha, which will give me tan square alpha. I have taken this cos square alpha on this side. So this is tan square alpha equal to 2 and I can take it as tan alpha equal to under root 2 or alpha equal to tan inverse root 2, which is the required form. But here another required form is there, which is cos inverse 1 by root 3. So we know that cos alpha equal to 1 upon sec alpha, which can be written as 1 upon 1 plus tan square alpha. So this can be written as 1 plus, we know that tan alpha equal to root 2. So root 2 square will be just 2, which will be 1 by root 3. That means cos alpha equal to 1 by root 3 or alpha equal to cos inverse 1 by root 3. Now to validate this fact that your volume will be maximum at alpha equal to tan inverse root 2 or it will be maximum at alpha equal to cos inverse root 3, we need to find out the second derivative. So let's find out the second derivative. This is your first derivative. So find out the second derivative, 1 by 3 pi L cube here, or simply you can find out the derivative of this thing. either this thing, take it in product, this is u into v, or this is the simplified form. So let's take the differentiation of this step, and it will give me the value as. Now children, we need to validate this double dash. So in this step, here I am taking out 1 by 3 pi L cube and cos cube alpha common. And why I am taking it common, I will tell you. So I will be getting it as just 2 minus cos cube alpha. So 1 cos will go off, and here I will just get 10 minus 4, 10 square alpha, and here again 1 cos will go, and then 10 square alpha. Children, here we have calculated the value of 10 alpha. Now my term has come in the form of 10 alpha. I can put the value of 10 alpha from here. That means I am calculating V double dash at 10 alpha equal to root 2, and I'll find out whether this value will give me a negative value or not, because when your double derivative is, or the second derivative is negative, then only it gives you the maximum value. So at 10 alpha equal to root 2, it is coming out to be, you can put the value over here, root 2, that means root 2 whole square is 2, so minus 8 minus, this is again 6, so I am getting it as 1 by 3 pi L cube cos square alpha, and it gives me minus 14 minus 12, 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, so I am getting it as minus 4 pi L cube cos square alpha. Now whatever the value cos alpha takes here, it is a square, so it will become positive. So in total I am getting this term as negative, hence your volume will be maximum at alpha equal to tan inverse root 2 or cos inverse 1 by root 3. Children, the questions which I have taken up in my series of application of derivatives are the most frequently questions asked in the board examination. Children, see this question. This has come in 2001, 7, 2008, 2010 and 2017. So this year try to focus on these word problems. Let's attack this question. Here it is given, show that the volume of the greatest cylinder which can be inscribed in a cone. So the cylinder is in the cone. So this is your cone, and let this be your cylinder which is fitted in the cone or inscribed in the cone. So this is your cylinder. Fine. Let height of this cone is your h. From here to here. Alright. From here to here, this height is h. Let this is your x. That means the radius of the cylinder be x. Now children, what we need to do? Okay, some more things are given. Show that the volume of the greatest cylinder which can be inscribed in a cone. So maximum volume of the cylinder is given. So I will be writing 1 by 3 pi r square. It is cylinder, so it is pi r square h. Okay, so this is the maximum volume of the cylinder which I have written, which can be inscribed in a cone of height h. This is your height h, and semi-vertical angle alpha, say this is your alpha, is 4 by 27 pi h cube 10 square alpha. Also show that the height of the cylinder is h by 3. That means 1/3 of the height of the cone. This you need to find out. This you need to prove. What? That your, say this is, let this be O, A, let this be B. Okay, that means you need to find out, or you need to prove OB equal to 1/3 of AB, or I can say OB equal to 1/3 of H, or simply I can say H by 3. This you want to prove. Now let's see how we can prove this. Here I need to convert this into one variable, so I'll be writing this as pi r square. So what is your r square here? I am taking cylinder, so r means the radius. So in turn I can write it as x square because I have considered this as x. So this is pi x square h. Now here this x square means this, if this is your x, this is your x, I can find out this value with the help of trigonometry. So this will be your, I can say this is your D, or say this is your C. I can say OC equals, what I can say, this is perpendicular, and say this will be your OA only. So OC by OA, perpendicular upon base. Either you write perpendicular or base, or you can take this thing. It's your choice. So OC by OA is equal to what? Perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular upon base is your tan alpha. So this OC equal to OA tan alpha. Okay. And what is your x here? It is OC only. This is your OC square. And what is cylinder over here? So I will replace this H also. This height of the cylinder is OB. So this can be written as OB. This is the formula which we write in general, and here I have changed according to the diagram. So you need to calculate now OC, which I have calculated, and OB. Now this OB can be written as AB minus AO. Okay, and this AO can be calculated as OB minus AB, which is actually H minus. Now this AO can be written as, again I can say AB upon OC. AB upon OC, that means B by P. I am taking cot alpha. What I am writing? AO upon OC. AO is your base and perpendicular, which is equal to cot alpha. So I can write AO equal to OC cot alpha. So I can write it as OC cot alpha. So here I am writing it as pi OC square, and this OB can be written as H minus OC cot alpha. So this can be written as, OC can be written as OA cot alpha. And what is your OA? That you need to calculate. Or simply I can substitute this OC as x because I have taken this base as x. So I can write it as pi x square H minus x cot alpha. Or this can be written as pi x square H minus pi x cube cot alpha. Now, to find the critical points, I need to calculate my first derivative. So let's calculate the first derivative. Pi and h are constant. Differentiation of x square is 2x minus, again pi cot alpha is constant. So pi cot alpha is constant. Here it will be 3x square. So I can write it as minus 3x square. Okay. So here, to find the critical point, make it equal to 0. You can take common pi and you can take x common. So here you are getting it as twice of h minus 3 cot alpha into x equal to 0. So this will be equal to 0, and here I will get it as 2h equal to x 3x cot alpha, or x equal to I can get it as 2 by 3 h by cot alpha. Okay. This can be further written as x equal to 2 by 3 h 1 by cot alpha can be written as just tan alpha. Now that means the volume will be maximum if x takes the value 2 by 3 h tan alpha. to validate this, we will be finding out V double dash. So this is your final step of V dash. Let's take this one and differentiate it further. So 2 pi h constant, differentiation of x is 1, minus 3 pi cot alpha is again constant, and here it will be 2x, so I can make it as 6x. So this is the value I am getting over here. Now we need to calculate V double dash at x equal to 2 by 3 h10 alpha. So let's find out. This will be 2 pi h minus 6 pi, x is 2 by 3 h10 alpha, and this cot alpha is written over here. Now simplified, so it will be 3 2s are cot alpha 10 alpha gone, 2 pi h minus 4 pi h, which gives me minus 2 pi h. That means this term is a negative term. That means the volume is maximum at x equal to 2 by 3 h10 alpha. Now in the question here it is given that you show that the volume is this much. So you want to calculate volume. So you put all these values in the given question. This is my volume. So volume will be equal to pi. What is your OC? What is your OC? OC is your x. So here this is your x. That means 2 by 3, or I can just direct square it. So this will be 4 by 9 h square 10 square alpha. And what is your OB? What is your OB over here? So let it be OB. Okay. Now you calculate it. So I am getting it as what is your OB here? OB I have calculated as h minus OC cot of alpha. So OB can be written as h minus OC. OC is x cot of alpha. Either I can put this value or I can write OB only, and after calculation I will get it as, so here for calculations this OB is written as h minus x cot alpha. I have substituted the value of x and simplified it, so I have got the required thing. Now the second part is given to you. Also show that the height of the cylinder is h by 3. That means you need to calculate here that OB equal to 1 by 3 of AB. So here I have OB equal to h minus x cot alpha. You can directly just put this value over here. So it will be 10 alpha and cot alpha gone, and I will get it as h by 3. 3h minus 2h, which is h by 3. So your OB will be equal to, I can write it as h minus x. Your x is 2 by 3 h 10 alpha into this cot alpha. So cot alpha and 10 alpha gone. This will be 3h minus 2h by 3, which gives me h by 3. So this is your value of OB. That means 1/3 of the height of the cone will be the height of the cylinder.